By the end of 1996, Tomb Raider had become a household name overnight. The pressure was on. Without the help of Lara's creator, Toby Gard, Core Design had to deliver a new Lara and a series of action-packed sequels living up to the first game. In 1997, a new deal making Tomb Raider a PlayStation exclusive title provided a big boost for the franchise. It didn't hurt at all to have the first console to ever ship 100 million units on Lara's side.
A success like Tomb Raider becomes sort of the holy grail of anybody setting out to write a game. Being exclusive to PlayStation allowed us to do a lot of advertising on behalf of the title. Tomb Raider helped PlayStation a lot, and in a way, PlayStation helped Tomb Raider a lot. In Europe, PlayStation is really the platform of choice. The character identified as PlayStation icon was good for both parties.
On October 31st, 1997, Eidos launched the much-anticipated follow-up, Tomb Raider 2. This time, Lara had to hunt down an ancient Chinese artifact, which was also being chased by evil crime kingpin Marco Bartoli. Core Design worked tirelessly to ensure that this chapter was filled with explosive action.
Tomb Raider 2 was insane from my own personal point of view. I was working pretty much 24/7 for 6 months.
Hard work paid off. Players got their hands on some cool new weapons and gadgets, while cruising the world in a variety of innovative vehicles, like a snowmobile in Tibet or a speedboat through the canals of Venice.
I always just loved it, like you could bomb around the canals in Venice, and I always thought that was really cool.
And so did the rest of the world. Part 2 was an instant hit, selling 7 million copies worldwide. By this point, Lara was an A-list celebrity, and Eidos knew that in order to meet demands, they would need to deliver even more hits. It sounded good in theory.
We had no choice but to release another Tomb Raider year on year each Christmas. I mean, it controlled our lives for probably 5 or 6 years. I mean, it pretty much ruined most people's lives.
Closest I've ever seen anybody to a mental breakdown.
Fans just wanted more Lara. That's what they got in 1998's Tomb Raider 3. Core Design squeezed the PlayStation for all it was worth on this one. Top-notch graphics and innovative non-linear play accompanied Lara's trip out of the tombs and into London and the States. By 1999, Eidos knew it was time to evolve the franchise yet again. Tomb Raider 4, The Last Revelation, promised improved visuals and even graced a brand new console, the Sega Dreamcast.
We got feedback from Tomb Raider 3 from a lot of people who felt we had gone too modern, so then Tomb Raider 4, we very much went back to the 2. It was all set in Egypt. Personally, that's probably my favourite game.
Certainly. It just felt like this is a complete game rather than a series of episodes.
Developers had a nasty surprise for long-time fans. The game's cliffhanger ending showed Lara being buried alive in a tomb of her very own.
People's feelings about Lara are actually quite mixed at Core in a way, because she was, in a sense, almost their taskmaster. You know, she was the one forcing them to get these games out year after year. In a strange way, actually went as far as trying to kill her off in Tomb Raider 4, just to try and avoid having to do Tomb Raider 5.
I think the reason we attempted to kill Lara off was because we really thought we'd exhausted what we could do with the franchise. Seeing Lara falling down a gigantic hole in the middle of the pyramid was quite a joyous moment, so I all, went for a few pints and celebrated the death of Lara, but she came back and got us, you see.
Lara promptly returned in 2000's Tomb Raider Chronicles. Sort of. The game unfolded entirely in a series of flashbacks, narrated by Lara's friends, who believed she was dead.
She will live on forever in our hearts.
As far as we were concerned, we'd kind of killed her off. So, Tomb Raider 5, we did the best job we could, but whether our hearts were in it or not, I'm not entirely certain.
By then, Lara was running out of breath. The franchise pushed the PlayStation 1 to its technical limits. Reviews and sales started to fall. Developers listened to fan feedback and began working on a brand new chapter in the story of Lara Croft, titled Tomb Raider, The Angel of Darkness. Little did they know what trouble was waiting around the corner. Next week, GameTap TV continues the exclusive look the franchise that changed the face of video games.
The goal was to have her as an exaggerated representation of female form.
Some fantasies do become reality.
10 years of Tomb Raider, a GameTap retrospective. Catch all of the webisodes on demand, only on GameTap TV.